And good evening, everyone. Welcome in here on our official Sunday evening. It's turned out to be a gorgeous day. Let's go ahead and join live from Mountain Rest, Rannie Bond, who is standing by.
Oh, hey, Jeff, what's going on?
Somehow I figured that you would do that. It's amazing how you can get trashed for having a candidate meet and greet and be accused of being a bunch of drunks, but yet you can like posts that has marijuana in them. So I don't understand it, and I guess I never will. Randy, how are you, sir? It's great to have you with us this evening.
I'm doing great, Jeff. How's things down the mountain?
It's doing very well here in the studio here.
All right.
I had planned.
Well, hey, I've had to back off a little bit from the event. It's so crowded and loud over there. I just hadn't, got a lot to talk about, and we wouldn't be able to hear each other.
I understand. Want to let everybody know that we will have a show Tuesday night, and that will be coming up at 7 p.m. It is County Council Week, and we will take a look and break down the County Council meeting. And also, too, we've got a lot of things that's happened over the weekend.
Yeah. Oh, man, there has been a lot, Jeff.
And we're waiting on Mr. Ruin will be making his lovely announcement coming up on Tuesday about some things. And generally, I mean, as far as what's going on up there in the Mountain Rest right now, tell us a little bit about this meet and greet with India Lancaster.
So India came up to the mountain. She wanted to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. We got about 200 tacos. Man, we've already been through them. Man, I tell you what, people have been coming through here and supporting her. They've signed her notebook. It's a white notebook. It looks like this beautiful white notebook. And but anyways, she's getting ready to speak up there in a few minutes, and then I think I'm gonna get her down here for an interview as well if we have time.
I got about 15 minutes.
Okay, let me give you guys some good scenery here, and I'll go grab her.
All right, go ahead and
we
grab
had a lot
her.
of people. Well, I just want to say there's been a lot of people drive by, blowing the horns, waving at us with one finger. It's real weird up here, but
really,
we've been having a good time. Yeah,
really,
yeah, real hospitable people. So, anyways, enjoy this view. I'll be right back.
All right. We'll come right back. Randy will be joining us back. But again, we'll let you know that we'll have a county council meeting coming up. That'll be on Tuesday at 7 o'clock. And Kathy and Chris Ruin will be a part of that coming up at 7 o'clock on Tuesday. And as we get closer and closer, don't forget June the 1st is the meet and greet at South Cove County Park. That will be taking place coming up at South Cove on June 1st. And you'll be able to watch all of that right here on Let's Talk Oconee. All right, Randy.
Well, so India just started addressing the crowd. She's probably got about 2 minutes left, so if we can just keep talking. But it's a beautiful day. I didn't think it it was going to turn out that way, that we was going to do it over by the food truck. But it turns out, it's beautiful.
I just look at that blue sky, and it's gorgeous up there in the greenery too.
Yeah, I tell you what,
it's pictures like
District 2.
that you got right here. It's pictures like this that make us that, we have the best place in the world to live.
So, but District 2, a beautiful place, and it's a shame that all they want to do is build here, and take that away. So hopefully we can get India elected, and she could be very conservative on a lot of things, and we'll stop some of that development, because that's important.
Well, she's the only one that actually has a remote tendency of being a conservative, because the person that's in charge right now, it definitely isn't a conservative. I mean, we've already seen that portion of what's going on.
Yeah, I like drill, baby, drill, but Matt's motto seems to be spin, baby, spin. I mean, he's not stopping at all.
Well, anytime that you, again, we've harped on this many times on this program right here. When you've got a $25 million bond that they done and took out and put us in debt for $40+ million, what part of that is conservative?
Well, there's not any conservative part of that. My granny was a conservative, and she told me you save up your money, then you buy what you want. You don't just go borrow, because debt's no more than slavery. So Matt's enslaved the county to this bond for the next 30 years. And thanks a lot, Matt. Yeah. Thanks.
He's done a lot of things like that. So again, meet and greet is going on right now. That'll be going on till 8 p.m. this evening up at the Mountain Rest Community Center. Randy, tell everybody about the exact location if they want to stop by.
Yeah, if you guys want to stop by, there's a little bit of food left. You come on out. We're at the Mountain Rest Community Center on Verner Mill Road. It's the old hillbilly grounds. Across the road, they got the Mountain Rest Community Center, the old school. They got the two drunks on the sign. So we just out here being hillbillies. So it's a good time. We just want to act like we blend in up here.
Speaking of what I was telling folks a little bit earlier, coming up June the 1st, we'll have another meet and greet. That one's going to be at South Cove County Park. That one is being put on by the Oconee Republican men, Oconee Republican women, and the Oconee County Republican Party. That one will be starting at 11 o'clock on June the 1st. So go ahead and get your tickets. If you want to, you can reach out to Pat Murray and get your tickets, because it's going to be limited to about 200. We will be carrying.
I spoke to her yesterday, and there was only about 25 tickets left. She was
really.
Yeah, she said it's been almost. It was gangbusters, just wow, everybody.
Well, I think a lot of people are wanting to hear it, especially June 1st, the last ditch effort of getting more information about the candidates. And
you remember, you remember when the Democrats would buy all them Trump tickets and wouldn't go. I just hope that the OCC hadn't bought all this barbecue, and I'm going to have to eat it. But if that's what's happening, I appreciate it.
Well, we're going to break down a little bit more coming up on Tuesday's show. That there's been a whole lot of stuff in the last 72 hours behind the scenes that has been going on, and we'll talk a little bit more about that on Tuesday. I can't wait for Chris Ruin to give his long dissertation and editorial about what happened at his home. But there was just one problem about that, Randy.
What's that?
They really didn't know that somebody actually was staying there Saturday night, and they didn't realize that there was video footage.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I'm not going to spoil it. I promise Chris that he'll get the first nod at it. But
hey, I didn't want to take the opportunity to put a plug in for something I got going on Labor Day weekend up here,
sure.
Mountain Rest. August the 31st through September the 2nd, I'm going to host Liquor Fest. There's been a lot of people talk about this Liquor Fest up here this weekend. I'm going to bring it to them, the real one. So it'll be more to come, though. We're going to definitely have it and have a good time.
Hey, real quickly, let's talk about Saturday in Columbia. The state convention. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I tell you what, it is, there's two sides to the Republican Party right now. There's the far right wing, kind of crazy kind of out there's, and then there's the more moderate Republicans. I think that they refer to us as the Uniparty, but really it's just there's reasonable people and there's unreasonable people. And in Columbia yesterday, the reasonable people still hold the party, and that's important. That we can make good decisions and we can submit decent resolutions to the state, and hopefully we'll be heard. Because some of the obnoxious stuff that gets submitted by the far right, it's just so far out there that it doesn't even get looked at. So if we can take our time and we can write something that's reasonable, and we can represent all the Republican Party, not just a few of them, I think that we get further.
Also, too, coming up tomorrow evening, a couple of news and notes. There will be the Planning Commission. I'm interested to see what happens tomorrow. We will be carrying that tomorrow for folks to be able to watch it on Let's Talk Oconee, and also, too, online at letstalkoconeesc.com. Also, too, the Oconee Joint Regional Sewer Authority will have a meeting coming up Monday. That will be starting at 4 o'clock. In the afternoon, and according to our sources, that's expected to be a very long and lengthy meeting, and I think they're going to work on setting their budget for the 24-25 year coming up tomorrow afternoon.
Oh wow, that would be great. I know I attended a budget meeting for City of Walhalla last week, and it seems like that the chairman of the county council, who he was in there, he was very receptive to giving municipalities more money because he seems to think we have more money now. Even though we're $42 million in debt, he's prepared to give even more of our resources to the municipalities for fire and things like that. So he did encourage them to come to county council and implore him to give them some more money. So it'll be interesting to see if they do. I hope they do and they get what they need to. But I just hope that the people of Walhalla are paying their fair share, just like I have to up here in Mountain Rest.
Well, I think Walhalla, you're talking about Walhalla City. I think they're
Yeah.
paying their fair share. I think everybody within the municipalities are paying their fair share, and I think some of them are paying way more their fair share than what they should be. I mean, I do believe it's fair and equitable all the way around. The one thing though that worries me when we start talking about the taxes and stuff is particularly over in Westminster. They are having to go up on their millage, is what my understanding is. They're having to go up on the millage, and there's not a lot of business growth within the town. I mean, I know they're trying, but the power bills are outrageous, water, everything.
Well, what I understood from that West Union meeting is they're going to go up in their millage too, and they hadn't gone up in 20 years.
Wow.
So that's why services have been so poor, is there hasn't been any steady increase in taxes.
Well, another news and notes as we're waiting on India Lancaster to join us here. Have you been following the situation with the the Municipal Association of Oconee County? They can't even get a president.
Really, that's the mayors, right?
That's the mayors, and then part of the city council. This is a cooperative effort of all of the cities. So Mayor Lynn Tao from Salem was nominated to be the president, but he chose not to serve, and he's really busy. He's got a business, and I can understand him not being able to serve. And again, he's that busy with his business. But they couldn't get nobody else to take it. So Jimmy Powell, who is a city council member from Westminster, was the vice president. So he's going to be the president now. And they tried. They couldn't get nobody to become the president of the Oconee Municipal Association.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I thought that was quite interesting. You got any other news and notes to fill about what we're going to talk on the show coming up on Tuesday night?
Well, there's just been so much coming down the pipe that I really want to talk about the South Carolina venue crisis and how the OCC does not want to support our local businesses that serve alcohol. I think that's something that's huge and needs to be discussed.
They don't want to support
Well,
the
you saw the
views.
fit that Perry and Dave McMahon and them throwed on, and Tony Adams throwed about this Cinco de Mayo party that we got going on up here, and how dangerous it was. I could only imagine what they feel about Last Chance and all them businesses downtown, the garage, Stump House, all
Well,
those places that sell alcohol for a living. I could only imagine what they think of them.
don't we still have the video of what happened last year? They're sitting in there at the bar drinking beer.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I mean, alcohol's alcohol.
right.
There's some things in this world I'm beginning not to understand, and that's one of them.
Right.
I did post something interesting today on our Facebook page. If you want to go take a look at it, it's the several steps of what a cult is.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That very, very much so. What that is.
Hey, our good friend Morgan Owens checks in, and Morgan says, "Doesn't Pub Blue sell alcohol?" Yes,
They do, and so does Three Amigos down there. That's their
yes, yes. You can get a margarita at Three Amigos.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we're waiting India Lancaster to join us. Rannie's live from Mountain Rest, and
yeah, like I said, it's so loud up there. I moved down here so we could do this. But let me walk up there. It'll be just a second. I'll put you back on the view, Jeff, and
okay.
I'll be right back.
All right, go right ahead. All right, Rannie has joined us once again from Mountain Rest as we're waiting India Lancaster to come join us and be on our little special edition here of Let's Talk Oconee this evening. Again, 7 o'clock Tuesday evening, we will be, the show will be on. We will preview the county council meeting. That'll be taking place. So airtime is actually 6 o'clock coming up on Tuesday. So you can follow along and watch the Oconee County Council meeting. And that'll be starting again at 6 o'clock right here online and on Facebook and all our social media channels. To watch, you can go to letstalkoconeesc.com, and that'll be coming up Tuesday starting at 6 o'clock right here online and around the world. Got a couple of interesting other news and notes of things to tell you about. Again, we talked about June the 1st, where we will be having the meet and greet. That'll be at South Cove. All the candidates will be there. And again, you need to reach out to Pat Murray, and you can get your tickets from her. They're $20, and that does include the admission of parking to the park at South Cove County Park. That's June the 1st. Coming up the night of June the 11th, which is the election, the primary here in South Carolina, join Let's Talk Oconee and others around the county. We will have coverage as we will be broadcasting the election results live over the air here. You can tune in to letstalkoconeesc.com on your website, and you can watch that. That'll be coming up at June the 11th. We'll start our broadcast at 7 o'clock. And coming up, we'll tell you exactly where and when that location will be. We've got a couple of folks that are wanting to host the event, and we'll tell you a little bit about that coming up. Live picture, you're looking at Mountain Rest. Turned out to be a gorgeous afternoon in Oconee County. Had a little rain yesterday and a little rain Friday, but it has turned out to be a beautiful day here in the Golden Corner of South Carolina. And, of course, a little bit on the warm side, too, for this May 5th, 2024. Happy Cinco de Mayo Day. Of course, if you're celebrating, well, celebrate safely. And that is today. Yesterday, of course, our round was May the 4th be with you. I've never watched Star Wars. Yes, I know I'm telling myself, but I have never, ever watched Star Wars. Let's see what else we got for you. I want to say hello to Roger Norwood. Appreciate Roger checking in, and glad to see that Roger is doing well. Glad to have him checking in. Here was something I failed to mention. Last night, if you watched Saturday Night Live, Did you actually see where we made it in Saturday Night Live, Greenville, South Carolina? They did a skit that was based out of Greenville as Good Morning Greenville. Yeah, they did. Yeah. And that video link is on our Facebook page. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go live now to back to Mountain Rest, where our very own India and Rannie Bond is standing by. Hello, everybody.
Howdy, y'all.
Well, India, it's great to have you with us here for this Sunday evening and a meet and greet. And India, I want to talk to you. We're getting close to that primary, which is June the 11th. How do you feel as you're getting closer to that day?
I'm real excited. The tension is definitely turned up. Anybody that follows you guys on Facebook can see. But I'm excited. I get more momentum with every call, email, text, tweet. People that are bumping into me, thanking me. I'm really excited.
What is
the with the turnout she had here, I mean, it's unbelievable. Like I said, I had to move way down here away from the pavilion just so that you could hear me. And it's been something else all day today. We ran out of food real quick. A lot of people just hanging out and talking. It's been really good. So, India, there were a lot of questions being asked to you up there. What do you feel was the hardest, toughest question you received today to answer?
The hardest, toughest question I received today would be what the scenic highways. What do I think about that? What do I think about developing Highway 11, which is a hard no. We need to protect Highway 11. It was mentioned Tuesday night. I don't know if you guys caught me at the ladies forum, the League of Women Voters at Genelette, but one of the questions posed to me was, would I be interested in entertaining the thought of preserving Highway 130 as a scenic highway? I mean, that's a scenic highway already, so we need to do what we can to protect it, pass the ordinances that we need, protect Highway 11, make it tougher on these developers so they don't try to flatten our mountains and take over our county.
What has been the biggest thing that, far as listeners or far as your people that you've been meeting, what are the biggest things that they're asking about when you meet and greet these people?
Out of control development. That is the number one majority. I would say 98% of the doors I've knocked are, what are we going to do with this out of control development? And I say, I'm glad you asked me. Here's my platform. And we sit down and we have a conversation about what the county needs to do to protect our way of life, protect our Southern heritage, protect what we all know and love. And they're on board. Every door I knock, they're on board. They're like, let's do it. You got my vote.
We have a listener that's asking, how can they get a driveway sign? How can they contact you to get a sign they want to put in their driveway? Susan Fowler's asking that question.
So Susan Fowler wants 3 of your signs. How can she get them?
Absolutely. You can either send me a message, or my phone number is on my website. You can text me or instant message me, or send me your address right now, and we'll make sure on our way out of here that we drop off 3 signs.
Randy, you got any questions for India?
Yeah, I do. I think the theme that I'm hearing from a lot of people is out of control growth, out of control spending, out of control. What is it about this new last year's budget seems to just have been, at the League of Women Voters, they said that it had been maybe the budget had been amended 14 times. Well, the other candidate said no, it was only twice. But the First Amendment had about 12 paragraphs, which would have been, each one had been their own amendment. So it has been 15 changes to the budget since it was wrote on a napkin and pushed through on the 3rd reading. So this out of control spending, I know we run into some revenue and things like that, but are you going to be able to work with the rest of the council to control some of that and make sure that the budgets that you guys publish are accurate and true and give good representation to the people?
I just went to a budget workshop with the Wahala City Council, and I found it so interesting. That's the stuff you can really sink your teeth on and chew on, and see where money's going and where revenue's going and what their priorities. So, as far as this budget goes, I believe we're going to be in a pickle with the ordinance he put in place with the inflation and the population. I know we're getting the salary study back any day now. So let's pray that the budget doesn't need another amendment and we can take care of the people that are currently working and taking care of Oconee County. So that should be coming in any day, and we'll see if we get another amendment or if we're restricted with giving them the appropriate raise that they need so they can have a quality of life that they deserve. These people are taking care of our county. They're working for us. They're working hard. And the number one thing we need to do is take care of our neighbors. Today's a beautiful Sunday day. We're first called to, make sure they know the one true God. And next thing we're to do is to love thy neighbor as thyself. We've got to give them a proper living. And the third thing we're called to do is to protect our land that God has given us.
India, I want to ask you a question. How is the key pieces of you and having Gwen win at the same time over Glenn? How important is that to move forward with Oconee County in this race?
I think if we send this clear message home to this political activist group that you cannot control the citizens of Oconee County. I got a gnat in my eye. Sorry.
That's okay.
They treat us like we're in a third world country and we're not allowed to have a difference of opinion, or we're not allowed to disagree, or you have to think this way, or you have to go to church here, or you have to believe that. You can't do this, you can't do that. Not that's not what freedom's about. There's one true freedom, and it's here. And it's disgusting to see how everybody's treated. The attacks, the manipulation, the spinning on wordplay. Thank you, Randy. Now I think it's just the gnats. So I think if Gwen and I both take these seats, that's going to be our clear message that the people of Oconee County are fed up with you telling us how to think, how to vote, where to go, where we can't go. This is America, and we are still free.
Absolutely. Randy, have you got any more questions for India?
No, I don't. I think it's time for us, me and her, to get back to this party.
Well, India, we are wishing you all the best in this coming election. And again, we will continue to follow all the way through June the 11th. We'll have another opportunity for you to be with us coming up on June the 1st, which is the next meet and greet that we're going to be a part of at South Cove County Park. And as Randy was mentioning earlier, only 20 tickets apparently remain, according to Pat Murray. So there's going to be a crowd there, and we look forward to having you. And I want to have you and Gwen sit down with us that Saturday. And, you folks, you too, have the potential to make history in Oconee County, because January 1st of 2025, County Council in Oconee turns 50. It was January the 1st, 1975, that the first council was seated in Oconee County, and you both have potential to being the first two women ever elected to Oconee County Council. And I think it's this important this time that we need a little female leadership on this council.
50 years. Our country turns 250. These are big years coming ahead for us, and we've got to blaze that trail, no looking back, and let everybody take a look at the United States, Oconee County, and say, now they're doing it right. Now that's freedom, and that's how we should be living. June 1st is the next forum at South Cove.
South Cove. Mm-hmm.
I believe there's one more meet and greet that will be held in West Union. I'll keep you guys informed. And thanks for all the prayers and the support. I'm pushing through. The more attacks I get, the more it causes me to knock more doors. So I'm really excited.
37 days?
37 days till June 11th. That's the last day to vote. May 28th, early voting opens up at the Pine Street office. Reach out to me with any questions or concerns, and I'll be glad to answer anything.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Indy. I appreciate you taking time to be with us. Randy, I appreciate you.
Yeah. Hey, I just there's going to be some more big announcements coming up June 12th. I think that we're going to see a lot of changes in Oconee County coming up. But yeah, what a great evening.
Absolutely.
And this is great. There's so many people out here. It's a special time to be alive and be into politics and watch all this change. So Jeff, I appreciate you letting me come live, and we'll do this little short show this week, and look forward to seeing you Tuesday.
Okay, we'll see you Tuesday. Randy,
one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
June 11th, me and Chris, we're going to show up at a polling location somewhere near you.
Oh boy, the phone calls will be ringing off the hook.
I tell you, it was the best day I've had in a long time up here serving the community, and I look forward to doing it again. And if there's anybody else up there that's ever thought about being a poll worker, and you haven't done it, but there's still time, go sign up. And then, hey, if OCC takes up enough spots, maybe me and Chris won't have a place to go.
All right, Randy, take care, and I'll see you Tuesday evening.
All right, take care, Jeff.
All right, bye-bye. All right, Rannie Bond, join us, folks. Hope you had a great weekend. Thanks for joining us here as Randy was live from Mountain Rest from the meet and greet from India Lancaster. And we look forward to seeing you Tuesday, 6 o'clock right here on letstalkoconeesc.com and on social media, including Facebook and our YouTube channel. Have a great Sunday evening, and we'll see you Tuesday.